Liverpool FC is hard as hell. United, Tottenham, Arsenal. Watch my lips, and I will spell. Cause they don't just play, but they can rap as well.
Okay, welcome to another episode of the Anfield South podcast. It's me, your boy Slim, back at it. Week on, week out. You get me? Always here. Never leaving. It's my seat, my house. No, I'm playing. All right, boys, welcome. Introduce yourselves.
What's going on, people? Shawn here.
Sam here.
Lee, aka Bayesian Bruce.
Yes, Bayesian Bruce in the building. Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, I think we're gonna call you six times, Sam. 6 times, Sam.
Yeah,
you're always with the 6 times.
Yeah, you got to remind people. The hell they gave us for not winning a trophy.
Not letting that go, boy. All right, boys, let's jump straight to it, man. Let's go back to midweek. Our Champions League game against they're called Red Bull Salzburg, aren't they? Salzburg, but yeah, RB Salzburg. Final score was 4-3, and wow, what a game! What a game! I know you got a lot to say, Bayesian Bruce.
I'll let the boys.
No. I'm coming to you first, bro. I know you got a lot to say, man. Talk to me about the game. Just talk about that. Let's do it in halves. Yeah?
Right, go on. Okay.
Just talk about the first half.
So first half, it was perfect. That's the way you'd want to. If 3-0 up, if you said to me you'd be 3-0 up at the beginning, at the end of the first half, fantastic. You know what I mean? The football we played in parts, banging. The passing, the 1-2, off the ball running. They didn't even know what was going on. It was that bad, like, you know what I mean? So first half, I had no complaints. What about you? I don't know about you boys, but I had no complaints.
Yeah, man. Boys chime in, man. We just talk about that first half.
First half was like reminiscent of last season when we were just scoring goals for fun.
Blowing
Like you
people
said,
away.
like the first goal that was so slick was the team Mane and Firmino. We were just flowing. And then, boy, like they got that goal and
Wow.
Yeah.
that's what happened.
Echo what the boys have said. Yeah, I thought first half that was arguably some of the best football we played this season.
I'm glad you said it because I thought it was probably,
like you said, the passing, the movement, Robertson's goal, like
I
the
was
one
so
touch
happy
passing.
for Robbo, man.
Yeah,
I was so happy because that guy, he needs to score more goals for the running and the positions that he gets into. I think he needs to practice shooting more in
100%.
training. I don't think he practices shooting in
100%.
training. I think he should practice because if he does, he would score so many more goals. But I was so happy for Robbo to get his first goal in the Champions League there, man. It was is that his first goal ever?
He scored one back just before the Champions League final against Real Madrid, against Brighton. 4-0 at Anfield, last game of the season. So
So that first half was perfect. I can't get my words out today. That first half was perfect for me as well. And I just think even when they scored their goal, I felt good. I was like, good. We needed that because I felt we were getting a little bit cocky, a little bit complacent. So, and I wasn't even worried. I didn't think for a minute what would happen in the second half. So let's go to the second half. Before we talk about the second half, has anybody seen the Salzburg manager's team talk on Twitter?
Yeah.
He did put a little bit of fire in their bellies.
He did.
He did.
Kind of got them up for it, reminded them why they were there. And that, it's a big stage.
So he did. That was a good team talk he gave them. So they've come out all fired up and wow, 2 goals in.
Like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah, something crazy.
I don't even know how to describe
what
it.
Went wrong? What went wrong?
Press the self-destruct button. I've never seen us like that since the bad days of, I don't know, back into Rodgers' time. We froze, just didn't seem to be aware of each other, lack of talking, lack of communication. I don't know, I've never seen Liverpool like that. I didn't recognise that team.
For me, I felt it was 2 things. I felt number 1 was complacent, and number 2, I think that I forgot the guy's name, but the Chinese guy for when he came into the middle.
Yeah, because he kept dropping in that hole. Yes. And I was watching it with Jules, and I kept saying, Jules, this guy is finding that space in between the defence and the midfield. And I'm so glad. And it's like Van Dijk didn't want to step out to him and Fabinho didn't sit. So no one was picking him up.
Like,
and you're right, Shawn.
All the good things were just going through him. You know what I mean? Like he scored a banging goal.
Wow.
I think he set up the third goal for them to equalise. And for some reason, like I don't know why Fabinho was just always so far ahead. He just needs to sit. You can see like that even at 3-1 up, like we're in control. You know what I mean? Just sit. We don't have to go gun ho and try and
Do
get
you know
fourth.
what?
You know what I mean?
You said the Rodgers era, Sam, and you know it did remind me of the Palace game where we thought, all right, 3-0 up, let's go and score 4, 5, 6. It did remind me of that a bit, and we don't need to do that.
Yeah.
We're 3-0 up, we just control the game. Just
See
be a
it
bit more
out,
professional. Yeah.
That's why I was really, I don't know, I probably said about 2 words in our group and then I just went off. Everyone was like, speak your mind, but I was done. I didn't want to say nothing anymore because seeing a game like that, I just can't fathom it. Like, you're 3 goals up. I think it's just a cardinal sin, your first goal goes in now, so it's 3-1. All right, lads, wake up. The second one goes in. Now the other team's got the momentum, but you've still got that little cushion to say, right, cool, we can still deal with this now. Bang, the other goal goes in. I'm sitting there thinking, this is all right, cool, we get the win, but we've come through all battered and bruised. It was unnecessary. I'm gonna go at the defense now, innit? I don't know if you wanna.
Do you know what? It's perfect because that's what we're going to be next. I was going to say, let's talk about the defending, and namely to talk about Joe Gomez, who had a rare start because Matip's out injured. So go on, man.
I just felt that all right, he's been out, he hasn't had much game time, but what we need now and what's got to happen now is when you come in, there isn't really this time now to really be able to go, oh, I need a couple more games. Like, I'll come to a certain particular player that played today and has had just as much time out, but looked comfortable. We can't have this thing now where you're like Mahrez, for example, City. He's not in the City side all the time, but when he plays, he makes it count because he wants to
plays
be
like he starts every week.
He wants that
doesn't he?
shirt.
Yeah.
He wants to be able to be in that side, and that's what we need. Gomez relies on his pace heavily, and that switching off. Like that guy, is it Hollands? What's his name? The guy that scored for their 3rd goal. I kid you not. Yeah, he's actually looked around like, this can't be real. Like, when I slowed it down, that's what it was like. And he's tapped it in. It was just mad. It was like, what's going on here? Like, this is that kind of goal. Nah. Gomez needs to now, if you're watching this, lad, on that one, step it up. You've got it in you, so step it up, honestly. Other than that, I obviously we do have the extra gear to kick in, but we shouldn't have to do that in games like this.
Yeah.
We've got a long season ahead of us, and games like that, believe it or not, all right, we've got through it. But had that have been ended up being a 3-3, what would that do to the side? Do you know what I mean?
We'd have been kicking ourselves. But I tell you what, I've said it before, I'm going to say it again, and I'm glad we're taking slaps in the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? If we have to learn lessons, I want to learn lessons in the Champions League. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'll just leave that there. But for me, I just think we definitely switched off as a team. I mean, Mo Salah said in his interview, he said in our minds, I think we got complacent. I mean, they obviously thought 3-0, we'd won it. Stinks a bit of Istanbul, innit? Their AC Milan when they came out second half, touching trophies and stuff. Yeah. So I'm glad they got that sort of wake up call. Like, you're not. Yeah. You haven't made it yet. You know what I mean? You won 2 trophies. You're not the greatest team alive. So I'm glad they got that slap because the complacency, that whole diva mentality. Nah.
I think that's where you're kind of looking at the Van Dijks and Henderson to kind of, it's 3-2. Okay, let's just sit in for like 10, 15 minutes. Let's keep it tight. Let's not allow any goals. Let's just do the basics and then grow back into the game. But like I said, we froze. It was as if we haven't played together, and I just didn't recognise that team what I was seeing.
One thing I will say though, Slim, is that again, first half, comfortable. Even at 3-1, we're in control. Second half, also we switched off. Now Gomez, he had a poor game. I give him that, but he was not the only one to blame.
No, that's true.
I thought Salah, even though he got the winner, rusty as hell. I thought Firmino, he's normally at 7 or 8.
No, he had a terrible game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think for the 3rd goal, where I think is at Holland, he equalised. I know obviously he went past Gomez, but I think that if either Van Dijk or Firmino had tracked the run, I keep forgetting that I'm the Japanese guy's name.
Yeah, you're good. I don't remember the name, so it's cool, don't worry.
But he got the ball and then he passed it out obviously on the wing and then they put the ball in.
Yeah.
I think if they'd been a bit more quick, a bit more sharper to get to him, they could have prevented that. You know what I mean? So again, I'm not like defending Gomez in that sense because again, he had a poor game.
No.
But he's not the only one.
I think we're talking about Gomez because like Leroy said, and I think he put it well, in what we're trying to achieve, we need players to come off the bench or come into the team and hit the ground running. And I think Gomez just stands out for us because, well, I can't speak for all of us. For me, stands out because we had such high hopes for him. I mean, at the beginning of the season, we were saying, when Gomez is fit, does he just take Matip's shirt, blah, blah, blah. We had all these hopes, and he's come in and he's not really lived up to the levels that he set before he was out. So I think that's why he stands out above everybody else. But again, Shawn, you're right. I think there was a lot of poor performers in that game on Wednesday. And I think, like you said, Salah's one who needs picking up as well. I think we're gonna talk about Salah. We're gonna talk about Salah, but as well, and it's like you said, Fabinho as well, who's usually a solid 7, 8 out of 10. He dipped midweek. So midweek was a bit of a shit show, shall we say? But we recovered it.
We did.
We done what we needed to do. We got the 3 points. You know, they had their fun, but
I think that's credit to the character as well. That we lost it. It was going away from us. I think the substitutions were key. I think bringing Milner, his experience, and Origi, he came on and he did well.
Origi is turning into the super sub, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know what? Again, I apologise, yeah? Origi, I apologise, because I did say if Origi's the answer.
What's the question? That famous line from last season.
So I will take it back because the lad has turned it up.
Yeah,
what I've noticed about him, being someone that used to play up top myself, is his control at the moment and where it puts him. Like, you could get a ball played to you, yeah, and you stop it dead, and like now your back's to goal. But he's getting that touch where he's got that touch and he's already on the move. Like he's dangerous. He's he's turning the defenders. When you do that,
do you know what I find he does quite well? When he comes on the pitch, he seems to get in one-on-one situations quite a lot. I feel like when the front three are on the pitch, there's a lot of 2-on-1 when they're on the pitch. But when he seems to come on the pitch, he seems to get the ball. Don't know if it's the runs he makes or what the space he's standing, if he's goal hanging or what, but he seems to be 1-on-1. I mean, what game was it even in that? I forget the game he came on and he had a little flip flap inside the box.
Sheffield United last week.
Yeah. He got that shot.
When you think about it, if you think about that game, how many times did Mane or Salah get to stand a defender up 1-on-1? See what I mean? But credit to Origi. He did come on, like you said. Good shout there. But yeah, we're through, and it's funny because we all sat here. Well, I can't remember who was on the podcast that week, but we sat here and we were like, Salzburg, I see it. 3-0, 4-0 predictions, and wow, nobody saw that coming.
That's a good kick of the arse though, because now like we can't take this group lightly.
Yeah.
Like we got Genk next. Like don't think that they're the whipping boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
they held Napoli.
They got a good result.
Yeah, they held Napoli, so we know they must be organised.
Definitely.
You know?
And I think we've got to remember, like I keep saying, we won the Champions League. We're a scout to like to like Red Bull Salzburg, to Genk. They want to come and they want to test themselves and they want to play well against us. So I think whatever you see from these European teams, you need to add like 10-15% to what you're seeing, and that's the team that we're going to face.
It's a good shout. It's a good shout. Some people want that. Yeah, we went up against the European champions and we bossed it.
Exactly.
So So yeah, like you said, Genk next in the Champions League, but that's a few weeks away. I won't get anyone to do any score predictions unless you really want to. Yeah,
I'm all right.
I'm scared now.
I embarrassed myself last week. Yeah, I'm not.
I'm scared to give those out now. Can we do, what am I going to say now? I've actually forgot what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. Robbo and Trent, best fullbacks in Europe.
Oh yeah, that first half performance just showed the bombing forward, just the relentless mentality just to attack and add to what we give going forward. I think I think I might have tweeted like, I can't believe that then not one of them made it to the FIFA team.
That's joking.
I'm not even talking about the FIFA team. Not even worth the airtime.
They are probably the best. Really.
Oh, is there?
I'm trying to. That's why when you said it, I sat there and I thought to myself.
Midweek, Chilwell and Ricardo. Was it Chilwell and Ricardo for Leicester? Were compared, and a pundit said that Chilwell and Ricardo are probably the better fullbacks because they're more rounded. He said going forward, obviously Trent and Robbo, but they don't have it going the other way defensively. But So I don't know if
I
I
think
agree
Robertson
with that.
has.
Yeah, I think Robertson's a good,
Robertson's-
good on the defensive side still. Personally, I think Trent can always improve, but I think Robertson, I think he's got that defensive side down. Personally,
Yeah, I think technically Trent is just a wizard.
Yeah.
What he can do with that right foot of his from anywhere on the pitch is just amazing. And I mean, I don't see a fullback around that can do that. And I mean, what they did against Salzburg, the assist from Trent for Robbo,
To him, yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
Just how he got in front of that defender, man. It was just.
it was the timing
amazing.
of his
like
run.
a
He timed
fowler.
his run like
like a
Yeah.
seasoned striker.
Yeah,
and
got
he
in
just
front of him.
opened up his foot and his
Yeah.
body and just
It was a well taken goal.
yeah, man.
I actually thought it was Firmino at school, and I was like, wow, that's like double take around my eyes. Robbo, you're
Again,
doing that
Robbo,
far
man.
forward.
We should everyone get out there, tweet him, man. Tell him to stay back and do extras, man. Shooting practice, man. I'm telling
He
you, man.
needs
That
to.
guy, I reckon he can probably get
He
close
could.
to double figures, you know.
Yeah, because he
If-
gets in there every time.
He does, man. Does. Yeah, man. Without doubt, man. Best fullbacks in Europe for me personally, man. I don't see anyone else outshining them this season.
No.
and I think with Trent, he's only going to get better. Only going to get better. you know
What
what
are
I
they
mean?
both 20 something, aren't they?
Yeah.
Only gonna
Scary.
get better.
Absolutely scary. Anyway, well, yeah, like I said, 3 points. Salzburg sent them home. They had a little bit of light, but we shut the door quickly. Let's move on to today's game then. So we played Leicester at home. And there was a change in defence again after Gomez's performance in midweek. I think Klopp felt he had to change it again. So he put Lovren in instead of Gomez, which raised a few eyebrows before kickoff. He also put Milner in for Henderson, which I could see coming, to be honest with you, because midweek was a shift. Was
Yeah.
a shift. So, yeah, he put Milner in for Henderson. Let's talk about Lovren, because as you alluded to before when you were talking about Joe Gomez,
Exactly that. Yeah, so I thought he'd come into the side today. And yeah, I'll be honest with you, the man got my shirt signed. So I've got love for him secretly, but boy, you're playing for my club. So at the same time, I did think it's a bit mad. However, he was amazing today. To me, he didn't put a foot wrong, but I think maybe the way the defence is so settled, I don't know if there was some calming words from the other lads, maybe Van Dijk, whatever spoke, but he just looked chilled today. He didn't, normally, he looks out of place there. He don't look, he's a mistake away, like he's just one off doing something crazy. But he looked chilled today. And that actually made me feel a bit more relaxed when I was watching him. I was like, oh, okay, you're dealing with stuff here. I actually thought he might even have notched from one of the corners. There was one ball put in from Trent and like he got onto it, like, but yeah, no, he was amazing. I mean, if we can have people coming in and doing a job like that when needed, then that's amazing. Big up Klopp for making that swap, because he could easily have said to Gomez, go back in again, but he's good. But that's how it should be done. It's on merit. He's probably been showing him stuff in training. He's thought, right, no, you know what, Lovren, this is your time. You deserve this now. It's the same with Adrian in goal.
True.
I'll be real. Alisson comes back. He's got to hold the bench for now, because
do you know, I said the same
Things
thing,
done
and
the
people
right
didn't.
thing.
People didn't agree with me.
Nah,
People
it's
said,
all
"No,
about-
Alisson
it's
come straight
merit,
back in."
bruv. It's merit. It's all done on
definitely.
merit. Alisson could come in. He's going to be cold. He might need a few games to kind of. We might have to throw him in a Carabao Cup or something, just to give him something to. Right now, Adrian's got my vote, because he's even now he looks. Look, I don't know if you lot seen it today. The ball comes back to him. Before he was panicking. There was none of this panicking no more. He's relaxed. It's a big thing, but I think the team's oozing with a bit of confidence, and they've even got this thing now where if you score, we're gonna come at you and we're gonna try a thing again anyway. We're not gonna just give up, you know. But yeah, today Lovren, amazing. Like really, really. Like, I couldn't say any more about him. I can't boost him up anymore. So if you're watching, lad, yeah.
Yeah, I can only echo what you said. Like, a lot of people give him a hard time. I have in the past, but he's come in, he's done well. And like you said, I think if you come in, you do well. You got to keep the shirt. I think hopefully he's using Matip as a role model. Like, Matip was 4th choice this time last season. Look what he's done. So let's hope Lovren can look at that. Let's hope Lovren can kind of, all right, then I want to keep my place in the team. I'm going to show him what I can do. And he carries that going forward.
Yeah, and to me as well, I think it's a testament of his character, because we all know, like, that he's a mistake away from obviously doing that madness, like, innit? But he came in today, again, was solid, didn't put a foot wrong. made a key tackle as well when Vardy was in the box. Tackled him, you know what I mean, got the ball. Everything that came his way, like he dealt with it, you know what I mean? And yeah, like I said, like this is a guy who was fourth choice. Everybody thought that. Everybody thought it comes summer that he's at the door.
Yeah.
But apparently, I think Roma were looking at him. There's a few teams in Italy.
He was on his way out in the summer.
There you go. You know what I mean?
Right,
and obviously, he stayed. And boy, look today, putting a great performance. He could be a candidate for man of the match. You know what I mean? So boy.
Yeah, his performance today was the second half performance he done against MK Dons. Against MK Dons in the first half, he was all over the place, and then he settled down and he was decent in the second half. And I think again today he was decent, but this time for 90 minutes. And I think what's unlucky for Lovren is that there's now an international break, so there's every chance Matip's fit and he actually does come straight back in. Whereas if we had another game next week, he might have kept the shirt.
True that.
He might have kept the shirt. So it'd be interesting to see if Klopp slides him back in, because I mean.
Yeah,
we'll get onto who we got. We got United next, haven't we? In the league, so
giving him food for thought, Klopp. So that's what he wants.
That's what you want your manager just to have, though, isn't it? You want him to have a selection headache.
Trust me.
You want everyone to be playing at a level where it's like, who do I put in? Because I did actually wonder today. I looked at the bench. It's like, what happened to Oxlade-Chamberlain? But apparently he got hit in the head with a football in training.
How much?
Yeah. I don't know. So he was out. He was out. Okay, so let's talk about the first half. Yeah, talk to me about how the game went in the first half. Anybody, man, chime in, man.
I mean, I listened to the majority of it. My link wasn't the best, but from what I heard from the first half,
link, man. Yeah, we don't watch it like that, man. We listen to the radio.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
No,
my radio ain't working, so I put on my other radio. Yeah. So yeah, but no, from what I heard, we played well. We started well, high pressing, high intensity, and I thought that. Well, from what I heard, I thought that it was a strong performance. Everyone did their job. Yeah, I'm with you. I struggled the first 20 minutes. I struggled as well. So don't worry, I'm with you. I had to listen. I listened to it too. It sounded like we were all over them. Sean, you thought.
To be fair, I think come first half, the game should have been done and dusted. He made a tweak in the formation. I think Salah was like playing more central. I think he had Mane and Firmino also on the flanks. But James Milner, I thought today, he was excellent. You know what I mean? Playing some great balls, was just doing the typical hard work in the midfield. And we could have honestly been up like say 3-0 in the first half. I think Firmino missed a good chance. But also Mane on his 100th appearance got his 50th goal.
Easy stat.
You know what I mean?
You're just stealing my stats from me now.
Bro, so, also took it well.
Yeah.
Boy, he's just showing right now like that out of those front three, as good as Salah's been, as important as Firmino is, like he could be like the main guy, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro?
You know what? Well, bloody said, because I'm thinking the exact same thing. I've got it written down here. Look, I'll tell you what I was actually going to ask. Hold on 1 second. Let me just find it. How crucial has and will Mane be this season? That's the question, because I think this guy right now, he's indispensable.
Well, I was going to say today, I know at some stage we'll go to it, but I'll say it while it's in my head now. I thought for me, Lovren was good today, really good. And I agree as well with Milner. But I thought Mane was, for me, that was my man of the match. The performance he put in the first half, the geezer was getting back and he put a tackle on the edge of the box.
On the edge of the box, boom. And he got it.
He's everywhere today. The hustling, the press, like the way he was leading from the front, I sat there and said, wow, he's hungry this season. Yeah. He's hungry. Like I can see he wants it. See, there's certain times I see Salah kind of might fing off a little bit, but he wants it. Like he might even play a pass over, hit a pass, but the way he'll charge it down after that, it's a problem for them. Like for me, I see that's where our goal, like our threat comes from at times. You know, don't get me wrong. Bobby's the link, but he's that guy out there that's just he's putting up. He's a problem. 100%, he's a problem. So no, big him up. He's got my man of the match shout today, man.
And it's mad. So
just go on.
So like in today's game, there could have been so many players who could have got man of the match. Lovren, Milner against Mane. It's a complete contrast as into Aussie on Wednesday when everyone was just Aussie poor. So it just also shows like our character. You know what I mean?
100%.
To go in a tough game like this, Slim, against Leicester, a team that's right now currently in the top 4,
Yeah.
exceeding
With a
expectations.
with a good manager. We got a lot of people towards the end had some horrible things to say about Brendan. But
My guy, bro.
I like to call him my stepdad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a little
Swear.
joke. That's why you're laughing. But yeah, I give him praise. They got a good manager, Leicester. They can
have,
do business.
And the scoreline flattered them. That was nowhere a game like we say, you know what, that finished 2-1. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So, well, yeah, man. Today we did our thing still.
Yeah, first off, we should have buried it. And yeah, shouts out to Mane on his 100th game and on his 50th goal as well, man. He's now our leading goal scorer in the Premier League. I think he's got I think he's got 5 now in the Prem.
Yeah.
So I think he's looking for that golden boot outright this year, man.
Yeah, he's
You know what I'm
hungry.
saying? He's not sharing.
Considering he don't take free kicks or penalties or anything like that as
That's-
well.
that's
To
the
finish
truth.
up where
Yeah.
he finished last season, that's
it's
the thing
amazing.
to himself.
But let's shout out to Milner. Let's just talk Milner. That pass
Oh,
from
yeah.
Milner.
Yeah.
Wow.
Quality.
The commentator was saying that Johnny Evans should have gone for it. And if you see that pass, the pace on the pass, like the weight of pass from where Milner is, I don't know how, with his weaker foot, it's inch perfect. And I think it was, when it's just out of reach for the defender.
Yeah, yeah.
It's,
The ones
how it
that
was for
tease
Johnny.
you.
yeah, yeah.
Shall I
and
do it?
sucks
Shall I
you
go
in.
in? Yeah.
That sucks you in. Yeah, I think. Yeah, oh mate, what a pass, man! What a
Yeah.
pass! What a guy to be able to have in your ranks and bring into games and starting games. Like, what a guy, man! What a guy. He's a free
Yeah.
transfer.
Yeah.
Mental.
Brilliant. Just his experience, like I said, going back to Wednesday slightly, he came and he gave us a bit more composure. I felt he did that again this game. That composure, played a simple pass. It sounded like he was like really on it and really on top of his game.
We owe a Premier League to him, to Milner. We owe it to him to bring the Premier League home. I mean, he's got one obviously, but
I mean, that's the one thing I was saying about last season is that he, apart from him and say Henderson, have really in that team. Sturridge was there throughout, but he didn't really play a massive part in. I mean, apart from the time when we obviously it's when we went for it when it was with Brendan. I'm talking about here now, isn't it? So obviously you need to know what it's about when you're going for it. When you're challenging for the title, you have to know what it's about and what it takes. The whole team with that City team we were up against, the experience, even down to Mahrez. Mahrez had been with Leicester and won the league with them. So do you understand what I'm saying? If we go around that whole team, everyone somewhere has been involved in a chase up to that. But this time I just feel that we've got that experience that last time we led, then we were chasing. Now we know, right, it's about being chased now. You don't want to be the chaser. Obviously the chaser, do you know what I mean? Even I fell into that. There'll be a podcast out there that shows me saying, I don't mind chasing, but no.
you want to lead. You want to lead.
Get them
Put it
points on the
there,
board.
make them come and
Points
do that.
on the board, yeah.
So now we're
Points on the
saying to
board.
you, over to you boys, you do what you need to do, but it doesn't matter.
You think about it, you look at your City now, you look and you're like, it's 8 points.
8
like,
points,
do you know what I mean? It's like, right.
It's long, can't drop no points now. You must win now.
Yeah, it's demotivating them. I'm sure that must have demotivated them. See us getting a penalty in the last minute, they're thinking, oh yeah, we're gonna cash in on them dropping points. But
Trust me.
I mean, I know you get managers and footballers come out and they say we don't watch the news and all things like that. They're fans as well, just like us, and they're human beings. The same way we watch the league table, I'm sure they sit there, watch it and be like, ugh. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So, yeah, man, points in hand. I'd rather have the points on the board than the games in hand. So,
Definitely.
yeah, no, 100%. Firmino today was a little bit sacrificed because, as you said, Salah was got to play in central, and that's just typical Bobby, really. The unselfishness. I mean, he is unselfishness personified. I mean, he's set up all of Mane's goals this season, bar one. Like, this guy, is there no sacrifice? This guy is not willing to lay, nothing this guy is not willing to lay on the line for the good of the team.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's what you call a team player. Like, I'm doing what's best for the team. He'll do it, and that's what I love about him, and his quality as well. That's what people forget. They think, oh, hard work, but no, there's quality behind it.
Is he central to the front three success, Shawn?
I would say so, because again, like, he's the one that can drop deep into the midfield. Also, he's got the good ball control. He can also play that killer pass. So, again, he's obviously been assisting Mane a hell of a lot. So he's definitely key to it. And again, he can chip in goals as well. People seem to think that he's just a guy that just sacrifices, like, his own success for the team. but he can get goals as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not someone who just thinks that, oh, like, you know, Mane, Salah, like, cool, like, there you go.
He had a good chance
You know,
in the game today.
yeah.
He did. Just dragged it a little bit wide, but yeah, we've waxed lyrical about Bobby on here, but I just feel like every week we should wax lyrical about him because every week he's doing something for the good of the team or for the benefit of the front three. Do you know what I mean?
So to go back to Milner, sorry, like, he's just, again, the consummate unprofessional. And knowing that, like, can you imagine what he's like in the dressing room? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, again, obviously, he's a guy like that. He's always keeps himself in great condition. You know, plays the game the right way, and he must just be an inspiration to a lot of those younger players. You know what I mean? Just thinking that, like, when I get older, like, I want to have the career that you've had. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
The longevity.
Trust
Yeah,
me.
he's got a book out, James Milner, now, hasn't he?
Oh, does
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know that, yeah.
And it absolutely escapes me what it's called to the point where I'm actually gonna get my phone out and find out what it's
Yeah,
called
I don't even
because
know
it'll
he
be
dropped a book, to be fair.
interesting
man.
read. Just give me a second.
Been a few clubs as well. to be
Yeah, he's
fair.
got a lot of experience to draw on. He started
Villa,
off, was
Villa,
it
Leeds.
Leeds?
Yeah.
He started
It's
at
that-
16.
You
That's
got
what-
Newcastle
yeah.
as well. You been at
Newcastle,
yeah.
Villa, went Man City.
Man City.
The
Yeah, he
book's
did.
called Ask a Footballer. My
Okay.
guide to kicking a ball about. So
Wow.
typical James Milner, but yeah, I'm waiting for that one. I want to have a read of that. But yeah, big up James Milner, man. Big up Millie, because obviously Mane got the first one, and until like 65 minutes, Leicester didn't have a shot on target. Like, so I'm not sure what minute their first shot on target was, but
The goal was their first. Was that
was
first
it
and
their
only
first?
shot?
Yeah, was it their only first? No, they had two on target.
Okay.
I know they had
But
two.
the first was
The first was the
goal.
first. The
Yeah,
first shot on
Okay,
target was the
okay.
goal. Okay, which came about 80 minutes. 80 minutes. I'll be honest with you. Good bit of work for me from Perez. Fabinho was already on a yellow card, I noticed, and he couldn't really tackle him. So Perez got the wrong side of him, so he couldn't put in the tackle because he was already on a yellow card. But a good bit of work. Madison, was it a turn and shot? I can't remember exactly if he turned and shot. And I think Lovren tried to get across and intercept it.
Yeah.
So it goes through Lovren. Adrian sees it late, and it's in that spot for Adrian, what's like sort of right by his feet. So, you know, he's got to dive and
Yeah.
jump to get down, and a bit awkward, and they score. And I don't know about you boys, but I'm fearing the worst there. I'm saying there goes our perfect record.
Yeah,
80
no,
minutes.
me too. Because again, listening to it on the radio, it sounded like they were growing more and more into the game after about the hour. They had more possession. Sounded like not really threatening possession, but they had more possession, and we didn't seem to have any kind of sustained pressure. So it was like I was just thinking, can we hold out? Can we hold out? And obviously they've scored in, and like you said, I was like, oh dear, have we mucked this up? Are we going to drop our first points? What impetus is that going to give to Man City going forward? But obviously,
Because Leroy, I felt at 1-0 we were pretty much in control. I felt we were doing what we should have done midweek. We
Yeah.
controlled the game.
Yeah, it was professional at that point. I thought we were a lot more professional this time. I thought to myself, we could actually get through this game and win 1-0.
So did I.
That's what I actually thought. But one thing I was thinking about earlier, though, is what I'm not liking at the minute is you see the front three, yeah? That final ball now, like, that needs to be played in, yeah? At times is not, it's either too long or it's too short. And it's almost like they're trying to, so since that little argument, a little kerfuffle that happened when you
Burnley,
come off, yeah?
yeah.
Since then, it's like almost like to me, to you, like I really want to give it to you, like you know them ones there, like it's forcing the issue. Sometimes just go on and smack it, and if you need to kind of hit it to that guy slightly over here, not over here, but all professionals know you want it to get there, and that guy's drilled to be able to like know how to
Control
push
it.
he'll push that ball into the ground. He'll take the zip off and get his turn off and get his shot. Like, come on, that's all I wanted to do is go back to being a bit more natural, like innit. Just they did that against RB.
Yeah.
That give and go for that Mane goal.
Yeah, it was
Perfect.
yeah.
That should be that's food, like. And that there was points in that game where that could have been done today, but the ball was too short. It was too long.
Well, see,
You know what I
as soon as you brought it there, let's dive into Mohamed Salah's form, because for me, his touch has been off. Like you just said, the pass has either been that little bit too short or that bit over hit, you know, or he's overrun the ball a bit. It's not really. It's something. What is happening with Mo Salah, Shawn, man? What's going on, bro?
Where do you think he's being found out to them? To answer your question, Tim. Sorry. I just think right now, like, it's just probably just I just think his confidence is probably low. You know, honestly,
I think it's a confidence issue.
Yeah, I think because this is what I think. I don't know the answer. So I'm just
we're just speculating out here, isn't
I
it?
just think that also his confidence is just low. And I think that situation that happened between him and Mane, I think that could have possibly affected him. I know he got 2 goals during midweek, but let's be honest, he wasn't obviously firing all cylinders. He was quite poor. But if you look at someone like Mane, I think Mane, like, now, like, I think since that situation that happened, I think you can kind of see, like, that, like, he's growing in confidence. So again, I'll be honest with you, I don't know the answer to that question, but I think that he's just probably, I think he's possibly lacking a bit of confidence. Because last season seemed like even when he's taken on players, he's getting brushed off easy. Again, the touch, like, is heavy. So I think he's just probably just lacking a bit of confidence.
Yeah, I think it probably even goes back to last season. I remember when he had that 8-game drought when he didn't score. For me, about 5 of those games, he didn't really play as a Salah that I know. And I think he was getting the ball, he was taking an extra touch. Didn't look convincing when he was going at players. In his first season, it looked convincing, but last season and even into this season, there have been times where he's going at players and I'm like, I know what you're going to do. And then we've lost the ball or the momentum's gone for the attack. I don't know. Maybe Klopp needs to talk to him and just somehow, through sports psychologists or whatever, try to get him to kind of be doing the more natural things that you were saying, like Mane does, and just be a bit more free. It seems like he's carrying some kind of burden.
Baggage, he's playing quite tense.
Yeah.
And one thing, sorry, to add, sorry, is that he never comes off. You know, I don't know if you not noticed, he never comes off. So I think maybe Klopp's thinking, like, come on, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm keeping you on, like, for the full 90.
Giving him the opportunity.
You know what I mean?
Well, he had to come off today because what was it? What's that guy's name with the afro for Leicester?
Oh,
Chowdhury. Hamza,
What is a disgusting foul.
Yeah, he's done it before as well.
Just know you're not going to catch someone, so you just go for them. And it's so... The thing is, what annoys me about it, I understand the tactical foul, but what annoys me about that foul that Chowdhury did today is Salah's in full flight. He's flying. And you just go for his ankles. Now, we all know there's so many ligaments and X, Y, and Z. Like, what we can look at and think is a simple trip, can turn into a whole world of pain. Do you know what I mean? And I just think, one professional to another, why would you want to do that?
Yeah, it's mad.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's absolutely crazy. And he only gets away with a yellow card. So Mo had to come off today because obviously he was injured. But yeah, I just think what you said there, Sam, about the sports psychologist, I think that might even be a good idea because he's just playing tense, man. He's just playing with the weight of something in his game, and everything he's trying is not working. And secondly as well, I do think he gets a lot of attention. Like I said to you about Origi being able to be one-on-one with defenders, he's not getting that. He's not getting that. But then again as well, he's not doing the simple things like Mane's doing. Like, when was the last time you saw Salah give and go like Mane did for the goal in the midweek? Really? I think with Salah, it's like all or nothing.
I think it's a mixture of two things with him, you know, Slim. In the answer to your question, I'll answer it the best way I can. I think he's in a situation where it's like he's got this burden, which is the same thing he was kind of carrying part of last season. Touching on what Sam said, there was a point where they were like, they were almost saying to him, well, what kind of season? You're not having a good season as you did the season before. And he was having this whole thing, but then it's like he was able to shake that off. I think there's a mixture of that, because he feels he has to perform. And I think it's another thing now, he's trying to get the balance now where obviously his teammate, his colleague, has kicked up a fuss and thought, right, you're not playing me in. And then obviously it's that in that game, if I'm right, it serves me right, where when that happened, Klopp took Mane off and left him on. So it was like that was another thing. So I don't know if it's a thing where obviously he's trying to, you know, that's mentally, that's in the back of that. I think that argument did a lot more damage, that little, than what you think. It's not major, they're still scoring. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm picking holes here, but
psychologically,
do you know what I'm saying?
No,
because you're kind of thinking to yourself, oh, he might be pissed at me if I take this one on myself now. Let me lay him in.
Your mind.
Do you get me? When it should really be, you went for it because you felt you could do it. And I don't mind that. That's my thing. I don't mind that. I don't mind if someone goes and tries to take a shot on their left and they're right-footed predominantly, but the option was, the window was there to take it on the left. you gave it a go. You understand? So I think it's a mixture of the two things with him. Hopefully a shake off. It's very early days in the season. So.
It is. And like Sam
Very
mentioned, I
early
think he had that dip last season where he had that, was it last season where he had that like 5, 6, 7 game period where he wasn't really performing and everyone got onto him like, he's not doing what he done last season.
One season wonder.
Yeah, and all that crap. Yeah, and then he just like boom, hit the ground running again. And
Chelsea again.
Yeah.
And all that.
Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm hoping we're reading too much into it and it's just a little blip like black players go through and he's back at it again, man, because Lord knows we're gonna need Mo, boy.
Definitely.
I mean, to achieve what we want
Definitely.
to achieve, we're gonna need him. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, maybe if he just goes back to basics for a little while, he'll come back to the Mo that we know.
Yeah.
Also wanted to talk about the second half in that game. I felt we looked a bit jaded.
Yeah.
Why do you
Against
think that
You're
is?
saying Leicester, yeah.
Yeah, against Leicester, I felt we looked a bit tired.
Yeah, I think it's because he predominantly sticks with at least 8 of that 11, and he's not rotating as much. Because again, from what I was reading, what I was hearing, it was like Fabinho looked knackered, Wijnaldum looked knackered, and even in points in midweek they started to look knackered. And I keep like comparing us with Man City. Like Mahrez, he doesn't play every game. Jesus don't play every game, but they play enough that they're in some kind of match rhythm. But like even, so I suppose defending Gomez in a way, he's coming in cold. Even Lovren's coming in cold. And it's a big ask for them if you're coming in cold to come in and perform to the level of the team. So I think there are times, especially now going forward, I'm hoping he's going to start rotating a bit more because the players are there. Like Lovren had a good game today. I think Oxa's come in and done a good job. Milner's come and done a good job. Try and rotate them.
I'm not a fan of rotating. I think I'm a firm believer in keeping the same 11. If you can put them out, if they're fit, put them out. Do you think Wednesday took its toll? Because you got to think we played Wednesday and then we played Saturday. Usually you play Wednesday, Sunday. I mean, City played Tuesday, Sunday. That's a big gap. Do you know what I mean? And I think Leicester had a full week to prepare for that game, whereas So do you think midweek took its toll?
I do, and I think the way we play, you got to remember we play high intensity, high pressing, so it physically takes its toll on you, which is why I think I'm not advocating like 6 or 7 changes. I'm like at least maybe 2 or 3 changes a match, especially in midfield where those guys have to work hard.
Well, that's what he tried to do, innit, Shawn, today with the change from Henderson to Milner.
But I think with that change, regarding Henderson and Milner, Milner can do what Henderson does. You know, he's so fit. He's always gonna obviously put a shift in. Obviously, he can play a good ball. I mean, you look at some of the other players. I mean, Firmino was poor during midweek. Again, like Wijnaldum was poor during midweek, and obviously, let's be honest, like come second off against Salzburg, like we was run ragged. That's obviously gonna take a toll on our players. And I just thought, come second off, like I think Klopp, he did a good thing taking off. He came off Wijnaldum off, didn't he?
Yeah.
Because he was looking very jaded. So. Yeah. Again, I am with you, Sim, that I don't agree with like making like big changes. You know what I mean? If you're gonna make changes, but then make like maximum like 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Sim? So.
Yeah. But I think this international break has probably come at the right time for them. It's just time to get some R&R. Well, it's hardly R&R, innit? They're off to different fucking sides. Do you know what annoys me with the international break? It's the Brazilian players that are really in it. It's the Firminos and the Alissons. Because, I mean, they got to travel to back a yard, you know what I mean? And I think Fabinho, he is getting in he does get in the Brazil side. Now, so that's what really upsets me. The England boys, not so much. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's just fingers crossed they come back all right. But yeah, it's a good time. You've got Mo and Sadio, who are not going to go to internationals because Mo's not been picked. And I think the African teams are some sort of break. I don't think they... Anyway, whatever it is. So at least they get to have a rest. It's just Bobby, I think, because he looked a bit bereft of ideas in that game in the second half. And I said that in the group, and someone just said back to me, he was just tired. And I was like, good point.
Yeah.
I felt it was just the way that Leicester played today as well. And the way we set up at first, and obviously with how they played, kind of nullified him. Because there's times where he might drop in a bit deeper every time to try and get in. But then, believe it or not, if you come in too much, it kind of takes the thing up. Because where he needs to place someone in to get that ball off, whether it be Mane or Salah, whoever it is, or play it into here to get back up. He's too far away from play. That's my thing, and I think they done a number today, and it was clever because from looking at hearing that and everything else, I could hear that they look like they'd done their homework, so to speak, innit? If you stop Bobby, you kind of stop a lot of stuff happening around.
Yeah.
Because he's that guy. I mean, you've got all this off the ball running
saying,
stuff.
How integral he is to the front three doing their
they've done
thing.
a job there. I think this is the first time someone in a while. Because I actually thought that the Sheffield United game was a lot like the way they had played against us. It was mad. Like, because they had plugged up holes which stopped us doing certain things, like, innit?
Yeah, I
so,
saw that.
You know what I mean? We'll get in. The thing is, we'll get in, but
Eventually.
we won't get as much, and they might be able to nick a goal. That's what makes it. But if a team comes and they want to come at you and play, it's a wrap.
Yeah, Tata.
Yeah, it's 100%.
Yeah.
But you guys, just having one other thing to touch on, when you were talking about us looking jaded, yeah, I think it's a little bit different to how we used to look when we'd play first half, we'd drill a team like, might be 3-0 up. Second half come, we'll go 60 minutes in, bang, hit the wall. Now the team's knackered, the other team's coming at us, and then we'll be sitting there biting our nails through the rest of the half. Then I remember, I think was it last season? Yeah, I think it might have been last season. And everyone, we were talking about our gear, and I was going, and I think it was Sam, the other Sam, that said maybe this is our gear. And I was like, I like the fact that now it looks like he's generating this thing to be like we do it in patches.
Yeah.
And what I've noticed, if you last the first 20 minutes against us, you've done well, because you might make it to the end of the half and not get, because we come at you for 20 minutes and then we come off a bit.
Bit like today.
Yeah, same
today,
thing.
yeah.
It's the same thing. I've seen it, but it's better that way, because then you get a bit more longevity from your players. Like you can, but again, I'm with you on the changes thing. I don't like too many. If your team's winning, and just keep it the same.
Yeah, keep it. Yeah.
Fergie had that blueprint. Everyone's had that blueprint that's won the league. Leicester, they keep the same team.
They kept the same team.
Yeah, and just go with it, man.
But do Man City though? Do Man City, because they
do you know what, they changed it for their Champions League games, and like I'll be honest with you, I'm not gonna say do what you want in the Champions League, because we have to get out of the group, because we're not playing that Arsenal Chelsea Cup. We're not doing it. Sorry, not Chelsea, Arsenal Man United Cup. We're not doing that. Yeah, so we have to get out of the league. But if you make changes in the Champions League, I'm like, okay. But in the Premier League, I know what my starting 11 is, and I want to see that week in, week out without fail. I don't want to see changes unless necessary. Do you know what I mean? So that's just. I just think consistency. That's what breeds. That's what gives winning, isn't it? That breeds winning.
Build that cohesion. You know what I mean? All that kind of stuff, like, innit? Definitely.
Yeah, man, 100%. It's key to winning this thing, man. And it's damn well been too long. Do you know what I mean? so, you know what I mean. So looking forward, then, boys. Our next I'm not going to do all of our next fixtures are after the international break. We got Man United away, and I think we got Genk. Yeah. Who's in between Genk? Can you remember?
I know we got Spurs in the league after Man United.
No, that's after Genk. That's after Genk. I'm just trying to think who we got in between Genk.
I think we got
Arsenal in the cup. Yeah.
So we got Man United, Genk, Arsenal, Genk, Tottenham. Is that correct? Yeah. You know what? We'll look at, all right. You boys are not sure. I'm gonna have a look. But let's talk about the next fixture. Man United away.
It's the humongous one.
I see you, man, smiling. Now, let's be honest. Man United absolutely pants at the moment.
I'm watching that yours, by the way.
Yeah, cool.
I have to.
Yeah. We'll discuss that later. Flipping. Do you see any problems with that fixture, Sam?
Potentially, I think they're going to be up for it. I think Solskjaer will probably see it as a chance for him to kind of get some credibility back with the supporters, buy a bit of time. And yeah, I think it's a dangerous one, because also you got to remember we could equal the record, so they'll be doubly determined to stop us getting that 18-game Premier League winning run. I think if we can weather the storm, I think they're going to come at us like men possessed. But if we can weather the storm, can kind of hang in there for about half an hour, they'll fall down to their natural ability, and then I'm hoping that our quality, our superior kind of football kind of skill will take over, and hopefully we can go on and win the game.
Yeah.
The thing is, that game there, like again, may not have shit, like, let's call it what it is. But again, in those kind of games, like, your form goes out the window, and again, the history, Solskjaer's played in these games as well. He's gonna tell the players what history means to them, like the history between obviously Liverpool and United and so forth. So it's gonna be a sticky one, but I can't see us losing in that game. You know what I'm saying? Again, I know that phone goes out the window and whatnot, but I mean, I've watched United a lot this season, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, how do you get to this stage? You know what I'm saying? Like,
How did you fall off so badly, man?
You know what I'm saying?
It's okay. Ollie's at the wheel. Yeah, it's mad. It's mad.
You know what I'm saying? So
the drop off is crazy. The drop off in, like, the decline in Manchester United since Alex Ferguson left is just like, wow. Like,
Sensational.
let me just.
It's just dramatic.
Do you know what? Let me have it right. Like, let's have it right. I'm a football fan. Yeah, I'm a fan of football, and the rivalries aside, what Alex Ferguson did for Manchester United was out of this world. Yeah, like he's one of a kind. Yeah, and I mean, I was watching a podcast and Rio was on it. Rio Ferdinand was on it, and the things that he spoke about, what the man used to do, were just absolutely crazy. Like the guy just knew how to motivate players, and since he's left, they have just not found anyone that can even match Sir Alex Ferguson's like levels, and it's been crazy. But you know what? Long may it continue, because it's time for us to be top of the tree and watch them struggle. But to bring it back to the game, I'm with Sam. I just see that first 20 minutes, maybe half an hour, they're gonna go hammer and tongue, and I think if we can just control the game, keep the ball, move the ball around, make them run out of steam, then our superiority will show, and we should have enough to beat them, put them away. But we know how hostile it can be at Old Trafford sometimes. You know what I mean? So
I think like last season when they played Man City, they didn't start off too badly against them. To be fair,
we needed them to win that game.
They started off okay, and then they dropped off. I think, was it Silva got the goal? I think it was Silva might have scored. And then that was it.
Someone
after
got
that.
it early, early-ish,
And that United, they're even worse.
That's
than
what I'm saying. That United last season were better than this one. So
this is bad. But listen, my mum could go in there with that team and motivate them to go and play Liverpool. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's self thing. They don't need no motivation. It's Liverpool, innit?
You just, and that game, literally, as a manager, you just go in there and you just put the fixture up on the board.
Done.
Yeah.
That's it. It speaks for itself.
if you can't be up for that game, then boy, you should be.
You don't deserve to wear a
yourself.
Liverpool shirt or a Manchester United shirt, to be fair.
Between City and Liverpool, Liverpool are the ones that like they'd rather see City win the league than see us.
100%.
It's that
100%.
They had to pick one of the evils. That's the one they got to go with.
Absolutely crazy.
So
I know Man United fans was like, "Oh, I'm happy to lose to City last season just to avoid you winning the league." Of course. So the fans will tell the players what this game is worth, what it means, and like in the lead up to that game, they'll be like, "You've got to win this. You've got to win this." So, and that I'm a bit wary. I'm weary that they might get that boost and what the crowd's kind of influence might give to the players. But like I said, I think if half time, if we're drawing and counting on our superiority in terms of football know-how to take over.
I'd like to go in half time. I'd like to go in 1-up, if I'm honest, at half time. I think a goal around the 40-minute mark would just be perfect for me in that game. Just that little needle in the side, you know what I mean? Like that's my ideal scenario, man.
Ideal scenario is early goal, shut that crowd up, and then we kind of go on. That would
definitely. I'll take a first 5-10 minute goal. That would just be
dampen their enthusiasm.
That's it. You know, because that's it. They will turn the crowd, and the mood will turn sour, and that will translate down to the players.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I'm interested to see how he actually comes out for that game. If he comes out with it and he's cautious, so he comes in and he tries to.
No,
be
he can't. He can't. No, he
but
can't.
that's what I'm saying.
No manager for Manchester United could at home can come out and defend against Liverpool. No, the crowd, Old Trafford will not have that.
Well, not only the crowd be onto them, they ain't got the players to do that either. You know what I'm saying? So
Jose tried that though.
Yeah, well,
Park the bus, innit? That's he used to park 2 buses. That was his thing. But I just say this time round, if they can't do that because they get onto him, so I think they would rather. United fans would rather get. It sounds mad, but they'd rather get battered with them trying than them actually trying. They get beat and then they just defending for their thing the whole way.
Maybe, but not by us.
No, but if they play us, all right. Let's just say for argument's sake, they play us and they go all defensive and they I've seen them. they all talk about this attack like thing. I don't know. Tell me if I don't know what I've been watching for the last how many years, isn't it? But don't get me wrong, when they had them wingers like your Kanchelskis and Giggs and all them guys, they don't get me wrong, they were good in it. But I never saw United as that team like what City and Liverpool are doing. I've not seen that though. Tell me if I'm wrong, innit? I don't know.
You know what? Yeah, that's what I said.
I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just saying,
it comes across a little bit like that because you got to respect what they achieved when they were on top. When they were on top of the perch, mate. Yeah. They did back-to-back leagues.
They did.
You know what I'm saying? They did trebles.
Yeah.
Like you have to respect them. Like you don't have to like them, but you got to respect that, man.
I think football's evolved. I think back then it was kind of attacking football. Now
down
with
the wings.
Pep and that, it was possession-based football.
Yeah, you're right,
like
Sam.
Keep moving the ball, tie them opposition. So
to me, that was 4-4-2 football. It was like you had wingers,
but they were
two strikers
of that era. They were top of that era.
Yeah, I get it, but I just don't think they used to be onto you, but it's not. I think it's a different. The kind of pressure I see Barca apply, Liverpool apply, Bayern when they had Pep and the other chap. I forgot the old boy's name there. I'm just looking at, that's the kind of football I look at and go, wow, boy, this team's really peppering you up, bro.
It was 100%.
They're top, don't get me wrong.
I see what you're saying.
Away,
the football they played when they were top was different to the football that's being played now. But that's like Sam said, that's just the evolution of football, innit? It's just different eras, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, anyway, fuck
I hate
United,
them anyway.
Fuck United, man. Like, I've done my bit where I feel that I'm impartial in that, man. But fuck United, man. But yeah, I see that. I'm looking forward to that game.
It's been a while since we won at Old Trafford, so I'm dying for a win there.
We didn't win last season. We drew there last season, didn't we?
And we drew when Thing was there as well. When Zlatan was there as well.
Yeah.
Because he scored that. He scored the equaliser.
Yeah, we drew. Yeah, a win would be. I think that would be,
I'm happy that it's the way it's the fixtures are the way they are though.
Let me just correct myself on the fixtures. So we got Man United when we come back. We got Genk. We got Tottenham. We got Arsenal, which Arsenal I'm assuming that's the cup game. Then we got Villa away, and then we got Genk. So the only good thing is that the Tottenham and Arsenal games were both at home, and I think if the Arsenal game's a cup. Well,
it is a cup.
That's changed.
It is a cup.
That's the kids. We should see the kids in there. So we have, and then after we got Genk at home, we got City at home as well. So we have got a tasty October, November, beginning November. It's getting. Yeah.
We got 2 banana skins in there.
Yeah. What did you see in the banana skins?
United and Tottenham.
Serious?
Because I have a problem with
Tottenham
teams
lost today 3-0 away to Brighton.
Those teams.
They've lost Lloris.
But these teams, when they're going through these troubled times, there's no better pill than like antidotes, so to speak, to say, let's go against. We're going to try.
You're talking about Liverpool of old, where teams would be struggling and come to Anfield and we say, here's a couple of points. You know what I mean?
But I'm just saying, it's for them to. What I'm saying is, it's a great motivator, lads. If you win this, you can springboard and win a couple of them. Why can't you do that? Do you know what I mean? That's what. If I was me coaching them. Not that I would be. I'm saying.
What you're saying is that we're so good that teams are now seeing us as a big scalp to leap from to move on to other.
What do you think about it? Well, just think about United. If United beat Liverpool, they say, we stopped them from going 18 games. We've now got ourselves in the position where we've beaten them. Why can't we beat your Villas or whoever? Do you know what I mean? I would be saying that about us. If we were sat here and we were doing as bad as what they're doing, well, why can't we turn it around against United? That's what I'd be saying. So they can. And the same thing with Spurs. Spurs got battered by Bayern. They've got beat up today as well.
7-2.
The amount of goals they've conceded in the space of in however many days it is in 2 games.
10 goals in
it's pathetic. So why can't, that's why. So I always look at it's one game at a time, innit? But I see the United game. We've got to really,
put a shift in.
100%. When we get them guys at Spurs, we got to do the same thing again. Game.
I think Spurs. I'm not really worried about Spurs in all honesty. I think that they're just so low. They're just so low in confidence right now. And plus as well, no matter how good Spurs are playing, we've always got that number. We've got an excellent record against Spurs.
It's at home as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's home. It's at Anfield as well.
Man United, fully agree. Again, they'll kind of get form goes out the window. Man City, obviously, they're the champions. But I think regarding Tottenham, again, you don't want to get too overconfident. But past results are showing that. Every time, even when Spurs are flying, like last season, Spurs had a good season. Finished top 4, got to the Champions League final. Us at our best, they can't hang with us. So
I'm counting on Spurs' kind of previous kind of form in terms of bottling it to kind of kick. I'm hoping that's what's gonna prevail, like true to form, they'll find a way to muck it up. But yeah, United, like that's gonna be a proper test.
Fair enough. Okay, boys. Well, that is it, boy.
Fantastic.
We have come to the end. Time flies when you're having fun.
I'm telling you,
know what
yeah.
I mean? It's been good, man. It's been good.
Nah.
So as I said, it's international break coming up, guys. So there'll be no podcast next week. Boo. Come on, FA, sort it out. We don't need these stupid international. Well, actually, we do this week. So thank you. Cheers, FA. Yeah. So we're not back. We weren't back for a couple of weeks, but yeah, man. As always, man, I've been your boy Slim, man. And today we've had Shawn with us.
Let's get on, people. Until next time.
6-time Sam.
Times.
Leroy, aka Beijing Bruce.
Yo, got to big up Uncle Sandy and big up Uncle Trevor for the trim, yeah? I said I'll big you up today.
Until the next time, guys, we out. Peace.
See ya.
Oh my word, that's unbelievable, it really is. I think they should stick to playing football. Terrible. What do you think, Kenny?
Oh, yeah.